you guys had dealt with the whole Razzo situation and not Razzo situation. You checked in on Shauna to make sure that she was okay and that she had made it to her home okay. She had. And then she gave you a note that made it appear as though perhaps the person who was the not Razzo was actually Byron. This made everyone unsure if it was actually Byron, mostly because the not Razzo was small and Byron is not small. So, um, there's elements of that. But regardless, you pressed on because Silver wanted to go to the capital. She went to the capital. She was going to check in on some things that she needed to figure out at essentially the castle library because she was wanting to look into like record keeping and whatnot. She looked into stuff about her uh,
Just
family.
about her past, and then also like
Yeah.
after done. Oh, she found out where the hot springs were,
Yes.
so we can go there.
Um. Well, was it Silver that found out about the hot springs, or was that?
Yes, silver. It was.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah, that's right. She did because of the guards. Um. So
Well, no, it was like it was the library one. Would be like, you guys wouldn't happen to know where the hot springs are, and they're like, yeah, there is some over in the mountains. It's kind of like a resort. So I was like,
yeah,
oh, can I have a map then? Oh yeah, here's a map.
yeah. So there's that, and then Silver also stumbled upon Ebon royalty because Castle
Maybe.
Library, and she said Ebon royalty was talking about the same group of people that had been capturing people and whatever that had been dealing with Baron's whole stuff. Um,
And Shauna.
and Shauna and the barmaid from Yukiyegi. Um,
That too.
so she was going to. Uh, she was told by Astra, who is the noblewoman that she met, who is a stone giant, that she could come by in the morning to find out more and potentially have a royal quest, as it were, or something akin. Um, meanwhile,
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Skunk had talked to Oak briefly and had asked him to look into the whole Ozza situation, and he had. And Ozza had said to Oak, who then referred it to Skunk, that she was still willing to meet with the group, and she was going to meet in the same meeting place that she normally met Cad in 3 days. She did not necessarily tell Oak where that place was because it was apparent that she just said where Cad met her, so Cad would know. Cad was not there at the time because Cad had went with Silver when she went to the library. Though Cad did not go into the library, him and Young stayed outside, or didn't go into the castle rather. Um, so where we had left off was Silver returning from her endeavor inside the castle library and returning to the tavern, which was
Well, at least on our way
yeah, which was the same tavern that she had heard about the last time everybody was in a bond
when the paper attacked her face.
when the paper attacked her face. Yes. Um.
Yeah.
So, uh, was there anything in particular in the tavern that Skunk wanted to do?
Not really. Like once he confirmed with Oak what the Oz situation was, he was just gonna wait for Silver to come back.
Makes sense.
So he's probably just gonna order himself something to snack on while he waits.
Another big slab of meat or whatever it was he had that one time.
Roast beast, I believe.
Yeah, that. Because that was very appealing for Skunk to just munch on. um, has Skunk ever I assume he has. He's been around and traveling for a while now, at least. Um, has Skunk ever met a Dragonborn?
Probably.
I mean, there was one in the one tavern that they went in that talked with Bjorn and whatnot, and there was no real things there.
Yep.
Isn't Silver Dragony?
She is dragony, but she's not dragonborn. They're different.
And
Skunk
she just has scales.
Skunk probably would have met some Dragonborn at this point. Doesn't necessarily have much of an opinion.
Okay. So, Skunk is going to see, as it gets a little bit closer to the evening, he is going to see a rather finely dressed individual who will make his way down the steps from the tavern. He's like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Look like this guy had slept through the day rather than the night. And he is got all sorts of like colorful garments. He looks fancy, as it were. And he is going to make his way down and then see Skunk scarfing on the meat. And because Skunk has perception of yes, he is going to pick up on a couple of things. One, there are like 2 or 3 barmaids that work in the tavern that immediately latch on to this guy when he comes downstairs. It's like they knew he was coming.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so this guy's got a harem.
kind of, yeah. And he also notices that as prim and proper as this fellow is, he's there's an element of him sort of turning up his nose to the fact that there's a kobold in here that's like being a wild kobold, as it were, because kobolds, Skunk is eating with his fingers because a large slab of meat. So I don't. But yeah,
I mean, if the guy is the guy looking at me?
he does very briefly.
Skunk will just grin at him when he looks and give him a little wave and then go back to eating.
Silver wants to punch somebody.
What?
I said Silver wants to punch somebody. he looked at the kobold wrong. He dies.
Thankfully, there's nobody in there that would do that unless Brian, and unless you think Bjorn would do such a thing. Although Bjorn probably wouldn't notice.
Probably not. Even if he did, I get the impression that Bjorn. I don't know. Like Bjorn likes a good tavern brawl as much as the next guy, and near as I can tell, but like in good nature.
Yeah.
Like in good fun, not out of spite. He's not gonna slug someone just for having a snotty look. He'll slug them if they're deliberately mean, but just giving someone a bad look is not gonna cause trouble over that. I don't think.
I wouldn't think so either. I'm of the same opinion that you are.
No, that's not Bjorn's vibe.
Yeah, agreed.
He'll join a bar fight. He just won't start it. Unless
At least not out of malice. He might put on a bet like, I'll bet you this much amount of money that I can beat your ass in a fist fight. What do you say? Best man win? Check on it? Punch? Yes? Yes. Slug.
Or let it be like the Skyrim where you like do a fist fight with a lady and all of a sudden she starts following you around.
It's like, hey, do you want to be my adventuring companion? No. Ow! How about now? Yes. Excellent.
Because that's how relationships work. Anyway.
Go for a few weeks.
Anyway.
Jesus. Okay.
So, yeah, he will just, make his way down. He'll get a drink from the bar and then start to make his way out. And if, Skunk doesn't have any real adverse reaction or anything to his uppityness, then that's fine.
Nope, Skunk really does not care. He is used to people giving him stink eyes. He learned to ignore it long ago.
Makes sense.
That being said, I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the atmosphere in this tavern right now? Like, is it lively, or is it just kind of quiet at the moment?
It was relatively quiet up until he came down the stairs, and now it's a lot more, not necessarily rowdy or like bad or reckless or any of that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more lively. It seems like this particular tavern is more of a night hangout than a day hangout.
Okay.
At least that's the overall vibe that Skunk is giving. Anyway.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Excuse me.
Oi.
70% nitrogen, 11% oxygen, 19% noble gases.
Yes.
You wanted to know what the atmosphere in here was like. So.
Exactly, yes. I caught the joke, yes. Hey.
Skunk is going to quickly finish scarfing down what's left of his slab of meat. And then he's going to he's going to scamper over to the bar, methinks.
Okay.
Just sort of like pull himself up a bit so that like his chin's resting on it so he can look at the bartender.
I mean, you could also sit on a stool. Your feet would be dangling, but you'd at least not be, peeking over a table.
The Skunk is doing this on purpose.
Fair. Okay.
Just let him be Skunk.
He's going to be adorable. That's what he's going for. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. Yeah? Oh. Hello.
Yeah. Hi. Who's the shiny dude?
Oh, him? He is one of the main performers for the night festival that's going to be starting up in the next couple hours.
Night festival?
Mm-hmm. Here in
What's that?
Here in Morquita, we have a festival every night that is just giving people a chance to unwind and celebrate from their day-to-day lives. If people want to go down there and spend some time, they're free to do so.
Ooh, Skunk's tail is wagging.
I think I understand now. Thank you.
And he's going to drop and go back to his table.
Well, all right then.
That's all I got for now.
Fair enough. So, with that, do you think Bjorn would have anything in particular? Probably not.
More ale.
Not a whole lot. More ale. Probably just some casual chit chat with everyone else at the table.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So, we will then move over to Silver and Yong and Ted, who are slowly making their way back to the tavern. Any particular conversations that you wanted to have before you got to the tavern?
Chad, want to talk about anything?
Not in particular, I guess.
Silver is is Young wanting to say anything?
She's not going to necessarily say anything, but Yong is it's very apparent that Yong is probably going to want to chat with Silver at some point a little bit later. But she's not necessarily going to speak up about it with Kat or anybody else there.
Okay.
So she's she's keeping an eye on how the general vibe that Silver is giving, whatever that may be.
The vibe Silver is giving right now is like deep thought.
Yeah, I figured.
So again, with like kind of the furrowed brows and like very not exactly happy look. She's actually going to stop in her tracks just before they get to the tavern. Like, they can see the tavern. It's just, she's just going to stop.
Now, Silver, roll perception.
Okay.
Because Cad wouldn't know him.
If I can find...
Cad wouldn't know him, and Young's too focused on you. So.
If it's danger or
No.
catching me off guard, or if it smells.
Okay. Yeah.
20.
You see,
Who is this? Who am I seeing? What am I seeing?
you're seeing as, Mr. Glitter that you remember flying around the last time you were here, as he's walking, sort of walking past, slightly different,
She'll like sit there and like, it's like she has her fur around and she just like sees them walking and stuff and just like not really reacting. And it's like when he goes by, she just sit there and like shake her head for a moment and like do a double take. Like, is that? Just deal with him later.
All right. You
But
can carry
no,
on with
like,
your thing.
but to Yang and Cad, Silver just stopped walking.
You okay, Silver?
You okay?
In unison, almost.
Cadriel, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Voice, yay.
I want a simple answer, so yes or no. All right? And if I want an explanation, I will ask for one. But again, just a simple yes or no.
Okay.
Do you have loyalty to me and Yang?
Yes.
Then why did you deem it acceptable for you to leave and leave me and her to our fates? Because I'm pretty sure if Locke was the one that was locked up, we would have probably had a hard time trying to hold you back from getting to him, but yet you could walk away for us?
A little look of anxiety sort of washes over Cadriel's face, and he's like, no.
You can give a more detailed explanation at this point. That first one, I just didn't want excuses for that one. So if you want to try answering again, go ahead.
Silver knew Riven prior to when we went to save her, right?
Silver, no, they've never met. But
Yeah.
Silver did find out that you did leave the party
Right.
and stuff. And
I
she,
just wanted to get my facts straight before I tried to RP it. Okay, so... yes. So we were traveling, and we were trying to find Yong, and of course trying to find you. And I was actually deemed to be a threat to everyone's well-being. And while Locke and Oak and Yong... Well, Yong wasn't there. While Locke and Oak were still accepting me as being part of the team, I faced some harsh criticism. And yes, if Locke was captured, I would definitely try my best to help him, unless I thought that being around was a bigger risk than whatever was already troubling him. And I felt like I had to leave because I didn't want to be the next thing that caused something to happen to our friends. So I'm sorry if you felt like it was something personal. It definitely wasn't. It wasn't
Who,
intended to
who
be.
deemed you to be a threat?
It was primarily Riven, the other one that was traveling with us before you rejoined.
Mhm.
It was also Cad himself, to be fair.
Huh?
Yeah.
It was also Cad himself. Cad left because he thought that he was a threat, not because...
Yeah.
Also, it's just like in the fight, Riven thought taking Cad down first would stop the other things from fighting. That was her logic of thinking. So, and she didn't know the full story of what was going on with Cad.
There
too.
was also when someone was puppeting Riven and was betraying thoughts that she would not necessarily come out and say. But that doesn't mean that she wasn't necessarily thinking those things.
Not necessarily puppeting Riven, but mirroring Riven's thoughts.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean. That scene. I'm pointing to the top right. You can
Yes,
catch
that-
up and click the end card up there. That's how that works, right?
Uh-huh.
Anyway. Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
so you didn't have faith in the party could help you. We weren't. The party wasn't good enough to help you?
I had no clue what was going on. Still don't, really. But I just knew that if I couldn't control me, I didn't want to regain consciousness after blacking out and be tied up without my gear. And what if you weren't able to stop me till after I did something that's not reversible?
Well, why couldn't you just switch to a different watch with, like, Bjorn? Or, I don't know, that Raven lady, she can take a hit, I know that for sure, after what I've witnessed.
Right. But if you felt like you were as big of a threat to your friends as any threat that you and your friends could face together, would you honestly be okay keeping yourself in your friend's company? Not knowing
Yes,
what's
because
going
I'm
on?
here. Yeah, because right now I'm in my friend's company. And I put them through some shit, too.
You're not exactly trying to kill us, though.
Not currently.
You don't exactly seem to be out of control with no recollection or understanding of why you do something totally different. And that said, it's not even like it's a competition. I feared for
No,
the
because
safety of my
you've
friend.
been up here just having an easy time going around collecting things, intimidating, and just, you just having it easy. When they got me back, I was worried for you because, again, I thought you had succumbed to your rages and was, like, locked up somewhere, and I wanted to find you and make you sure you were okay. That's why I suggested taking the job up here to Abon after I got that message, and then, but lo and behold, we find you and you're doing okay, and like walking around and just haven't fight anything, and then you just
Who's around
when I-
us?
just young.
Just young.
There's no like townspeople or anyone else like obviously.
Not that really being privy to the conversation in and of itself.
And it's
Most
just
people are just focused on their own thing right now.
I knew that I wanted to take the threat away from my friends, and at the same time, I wanted to have another impact if I could. The reason I
yeah,
came here was
you
not
did
to
something
laugh.
behind their back too, without telling them.
Do what?
You did something behind their back without telling them. You made a deal with the dragon. Do you understand what kind of effect that had on the party?
When's the last time she hit you up for blood money?
Well, I was locked up, Cadriel, for the whole
Well-
thing. But the thing is, you don't. Just because she told you one thing doesn't mean like something else didn't happen.
So
You gotta understand, because sometimes people will say things and get you to agree to do something and have you do it, and they can just go and do something else.
So the plan that I made was to get myself away so that I don't inadvertently hurt those that I care about. And I left everything behind except for just enough money to catch fare to come over here. And I hunted around, and it was actually very difficult to find and get audience with Ozza. But when I did, I pleaded a case that I left all of you behind and all of my things behind, and offered a trade of myself for whatever remaining debt the agreement was going to end up costing you. And
But
she
why
was
didn't you
hesitant.
tell the party? If you just told the party, they
Would
probably
not
would have
have
felt
let me
okay.
go. They wouldn't have
No,
let me go.
no. When you made the deal, when you were already up here, if you just somehow got in contact with Oak or something, and just told him like, "Hey, I'm doing this for you guys, just as a head up. Don't worry." Like, why couldn't you do that? Why does it have to be secretive?
So, a big part of it was actually Ozza's recommendation. She said that she would not let anyone know that I was the one specifically that was helping her, and she advised being quiet and not making myself, like, not drawing undue attention to myself. Focus on doing what work that she had for me, and that's it. And thankfully, most
Well,
of the
that's
people up
because
here don't recognize me.
But she wouldn't say it. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't have said anything. Didn't mean that you didn't have to say anything.
All I
I'm
knew,
just trying to pull. What I'm trying to point out is when you do things like that and hide it, it can put a fault in the group's trust. Okay?
I understand, but I wanted to make sure that she did not extort any more funds out of you. So the grounds of my side of the agreement I proposed were unbalanced, and it pretty much left me at her mercy of how she wanted to take it, and she did.
But she
said,
just
"This is
made
how
you
it has
wander
to be."
around collecting things. Right? She just made you go around collecting things?
She basically had me in her employ. Yes, she had me collecting things. She did give me a good amount of time to myself. She said that was important. And so, yeah, it was a balance of work and being able to relax. It's not like I was just seeing the sights and all of that, per se. But I did need to
when
clear
I
my head.
scryed on you, you looked pretty. You seemed pretty comfy and happy with your situation.
The hot springs are very comfortable. It's very cold up here. I'm not very used to the cold.
I didn't say anything about the hot springs. You being in the hot springs. I left that part out.
Pretty sure last session you came out boasting that you knew where the hot springs were, and it's like, I know where they're. Oh, I know you do. And now I know too.
Was it?
I'm pretty
did,
sure you
yeah.
said something along those.
I don't know. I could be wrong. It's been a couple of weeks, so please
It's
forgive
been
my brain.
forever. But anyway, yeah, I think you did bring it up because you said that you saw more of me than you wish you had.
Okay.
You
I'm
did
pretty
actually
sure.
say that, man.
Then ignore that last bit.
Okay, retcon. But
Rewind.
I
yeah.
just sit here and freaking accidentally stab myself.
I didn't come here for just leisure. I came here and she is the one that made the breaks in my schedule, and they were basically mandatory. She said that I needed time for myself as well. So all I cared about was making sure that I didn't hurt you guys and that she didn't extort any more money out of you.
Yeah, well, when I when I saw you and found out what you were doing up here, I was feeling pretty jealous and resentful of you. But I think I'm just disappointed. And me and Young, we've been through fucking a lot. Did you know she was locked up in a lead box? Lead is a material that's like pretty strong against divination spells.
I think I was already gone by then, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Silver's telling you what happened while you
Right.
left. So, but apparently the group got lucky with Locke's patron somehow.
I still don't
Using
know how
his-
that happened. I don't get it. Weird.
I just stopped questioning it.
Yeah,
And just yeah, that's the thing. But Rune left her in that lead box with a ring that made food. So she had to constantly. Why are you gonna be a pigeon?
What?
What?
Cat's picture changed to a pigeon.
Where?
Daddy shenanigans? What?
What?
Thanks to Locke's patron.
Oh.
That is not my dad. Excuse fucking you.
Anyway, you happened to come across it.
Sorry, it's just like I'm looking at the screen and I'm like looking at all the little corner where it has all of our like icons and stuff. And all of a sudden I just see yours just switch to the pigeon. Just like what?
Oh,
If
you
I
can.
change
Oh,
who
I
I'm
see.
talking as, it automatically changes my picture.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I just go do. Look at that, I'm silver now instead of just a random icon. What? It just. Rune gave her a ring that allowed her to summon food so she can, eat, survive, hold on hope, and try not to go mad in the solitude. Or she can start the slow, painful process of starving herself to death. That's what Young was going through.
Was
So,
Ozza able to help in your rescue?
No. Well, she did help with my temple. She did not help with my rescue.
What was the original agreement? I thought she was going to help somehow.
Okay. The original.
The idea was that when it came time to launch the raid on the temple, Ozza would help.
And
She was the big one, but the party made that agreement under assumption that Silver, or
there.
I, was going to be at the party
Right.
at the temple.
Well, I may not have been physically there, but I was trying to make sure that the debt was paid so that when the time came, she was available and didn't go for some stupid pretense. I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there in person.
Don't apologize to me. The only person that I think you should apologize to is Young. I'm just used to things.
He turns to Young and I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there for you.
It's a complicated matter. It's not. I think it just take a little bit of time, and now that everything is more open and on the table, everybody gets a chance to ruminate over it, I suppose.
Do you like your comfy job, casual, of just going around doing what Ozza said? It's peaceful.
Just because I can execute it doesn't mean that I enjoy it, no. It was literally the agreement. She said to pay the debt with my service instead of with your coin. This is
That's
what
the
I
thing.
have to do. It was a duty.
Yeah, well, now since her agreement was held up and stuff, you can start getting paid if you want to.
I have a very interesting question for the DM.
Oh boy. Okay. Yay, heavy character conversation. And woo. Anyway.
Outside of a
there's
bar.
There's a lot heavier thing that still is yet to be said. But the party has an invitation to a meeting tomorrow up in the castle to go after a really dangerous group. There will be fighting. There will be killing. So you have a choice until then to decide whether or not you want to keep continuing having like a peaceful life, not have to keep struggling with your uncontrolled rages, especially if you go into battle, or you can join it.
Well, the reason I wasn't exactly sure how much impact that she had is she may have forgotten to tell me that she had actually already helped you. I just got used to reporting to her and doing as she said, and basically I'm on a schedule for her. She didn't exactly tell me that my end was done. So I don't know what she's planning. I guess it's good that we're trying to talk to her, because I guess I need to figure out.
Well, we would have had a chance a lot sooner if you didn't be such an ass and demanded us to hand over the scarf. We could have just gone to her place to meet her, hand deliver it.
I mean, we can go to where I reported for work, but she wasn't there.
Why couldn't we have just done that from work then? That's what it's like. We needed to go talk to her, so why don't we just hand deliver this stuff to her? Why did you have to demand to have it in the magic bag? Why?
She's particular about people following the way that she lays out things to be done. She said she needed it that day. And traveling and taking it to her might have been convenient for us, but...
Yes, it would have been convenient, and she could have trusted us. Because we went and got the freaking scarf for her. She knew that we had the scarf.
As an employee, I don't always agree with everything the way that she says to do it, but I'm her employee. So,
yes, and we
don't really
weren't.
Want her to be upset.
Yes, and we weren't, and we would have dealt with it.
And what if she came back at me and said that it was my transgression for allowing you to talk me out of what I knew she wanted, and ended up somehow punishing you guys because what I did wrong? And Kedril just sort of looks down a little bit.
How could she blame it when I was the one fucking holding the scarf? If anything, she should have been mad at me. Would have been mad at me.
I was just trying to make sure to follow her instructions to the letter. I didn't
Yeah, well, that's the last fucking time anyone's gonna fucking strong-arm me like that again. I've been strong-armed way too much. I've been told to do things that I do not want to fucking do. I am going to be fucking stubborn as hell. God, I've been through fucking hell.
Like 9 of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like fucking 9 of them.
My Little Pony.
What?
You just cut the tension.
That was the objective.
Yep.
It worked really well in Chronicles of Eno. It'll work well here.
All I
A lot of
heard
heavy
was
shit.
Go meowing and then everyone giggling.
I went My Little Pony.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yay,
So,
character tension. Hooray. Seems to me
So, like
that the issue is not either one of the characters, but rather Ozza. Hooray.
it's not Ozza.
Well, it's
No, it's just we had ways to contact Cadriel, and I'm sure Cadriel had other ways to contact us, and then it's just, yeah. It's just a whole miscommunications, and this is just consequences of those actions
yeah pretty
going
much.
on, and trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is going on.
Gadriel was afraid that if he reached out to you, it would either go against what Ozza had told him, or that you guys would be mad at him, and or that you guys would demand to have me come back, and I may or may not be ready for that. So it was like the trifecta.
It's like the
Yeah.
trifecta of not having options.
Yeah, I'm sitting here also remembering as, like, Rip and how Locke was when we told him, like, Cadriel left.
Yeah.
It's just,
He was upset, but
yeah.
there wasn't really a whole lot that could be done about it.
I think it took like 2 or 3 days worth of traveling for him to kind of sort of return to being able to cope. You were quiet and like in your thoughts for a while.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Oh, I should probably let you know. Rune is still alive. So she's still out and kicking. Just as a heads up.
What was Cadriel's interactions with Rune? Wasn't she the one that like just paralyzed me to the ground?
Yeah.
Yep. And the guys put shackles on him.
He also would know that from... I think Cad would at least know a little bit of Silver's backstory with regards to who Rune was
Yeah,
in
'cause
relation to her.
Because she did explain, like, the torture that she did go through. The one night that they were up here in the bond.
So the primary torturer that did the actual
Scarring.
scarring that all
Silver.
that Silver has is the lady with the fiery red hair that paralyzed Cad when she left, or when Silver was captured.
So Rune is still out there.
Yeah.
She got away when we were fighting in the Hells.
Oh, yeah. I was in the 9 Hells. That's where I was. I was not at the temple.
Gotcha.
I was in the 9 Hells, fighting, killing, being bodyguard to those that tortured me for entertainment. Oh, I also tortured others as well. Do you know what sounds a soul makes when it's being ripped apart? I do. I'm forever scarred and haunted by things. Yeah. I was made to do things that I didn't want to do down there. Also, I was also given the order to slaughter her and burn the rest of the group. So, and I almost got away with it. Yeah. So, your help would have been great.
It's
So
been
just-
quite a while since I actually had to fight anything.
Yeah,
I don't know if
so-
I would be able to effectively.
That's why I'm telling you. If you want, you can continue doing your job now. Or you can join us tomorrow morning and help us take down something. I am giving you an opportunity to walk away from fighting. You have a choice, Cadriel. And Silver looks like she's pretty much done with this conversation. So if there's anything anyone wants to tag on to it.
Remind
young
me, 'cause
arc-
it's been like a month. We were trying to find Ozza for Silver and for Skunk.
Primarily,
Silver originally wanted to go find Ozza for Skunk. But now that things are running, she doesn't know how they're going to go find Ozza. Because she she doesn't fully trust words anymore. She only she'll believe it when she sees it, because action speaks louder than words.
Right.
So
If basically along the lines of, if Ozza follows through with saying she's going to be where she's going to be, great. If she doesn't, Silver's not going to be surprised. Kind of a vibe.
yeah, it means we have to go hunt down another dragon to help answer Skunk's questions.
Right. But we weren't like on our way to find Rune like in the short term, right?
No,
No.
Okay,
no,
I think that's
not
what
not
I
Rune. I was just like, Silver was just giving like heads up, like, hey, if
By the
you
way,
see
she's
this
still
lady,
there, and we're giving you.
if you see this lady, she's up to no good.
This bitch empty, but alive.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, like I said, it's good that we're going to have audience with Ozza. I can see if she can.
Oh, how are we gonna have audience with Ozza?
Didn't somebody send communications to her?
Oak did, but we don't know that yet because we're not at the tavern yet.
You haven't gotten
anyone?
that yet. I've been waiting for you to step into the tavern so I can address that for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've been having this whole existential crisis 5 feet from the door.
Well, not exactly
Not a
5 feet.
stri-
It's just like 2 buildings down.
Still, you're having this existential crisis on a street corner. There are people here.
She doesn't fucking care. She wants answers.
To be fair, most of the people in the town don't care about the conversation either.
Man, they're off doing their own things. They have their own little lives. My crisis is not going to affect them.
There might be one like itty bitty kid that's like interested in the fact of this.
There's a Loxodon there.
Pretty
But
much,
other
yeah.
than that,
It's like loud conversation. Wait, what's that? Ooh, a Loxodon. Come on.
Elephant!
Pretty much.
Oh,
Other than
can you
that,
give piggyback rides?
other than that, you know, it's fine. But
How much can you hear with those ears?
I can smell every word you say.
That is horrible and going right in the out of context chat.
Yes.
to be fair,
Yes.
when Cad had the amulet, he could.
What?
When Cad had the amulet thing,
Yeah.
he could smell what somebody was saying.
How?
Magic.
Because one of the things that the
Wasn't it like, is it dysphagia or what is it where
Yeah.
you like see smells and-
synesthesia is when
synesthesia? Yeah, that.
synesthesia is when your senses get all mingled together. So you hear what people you hear smells, you see smells, it's an actual condition that exists, and that's essentially what
I know there's like things where like people actually see colors when they listen to things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's when the non-typical sense has a direct reaction to an unrelated sense. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Anyway.
Like everything smelling purple.
No, death smells like purple.
My
No,
brain
death-
tastes like peppermint.
Death tastes like purple. That's what it was.
my brain is beans, and I don't like beans.
my brain tastes like beans. I don't like beans.
Okay,
That's-
who shot the kobold?
No one shot me. I fell like
Shock.
45
Elec-
feet.
Electrical shock.
Oh, no one. I fell onto a dragon egg from 50 feet up, and it hurt.
Yeah, that or you're having a stroke and you're smelling toast.
I just got a concussion. I'm not smelling toast. I'm smelling burning people.
I also like that quote. That's hilarious. That's not how pneumonia works. You're thinking dementia.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It is. Anyway, so,
Yes, that's the whole thing with the dragon or whatever.
Right.
The dragon has dementia?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe she does.
We're
You
just
forgot
would
how
be
to
really
breathe
old.
without wheezing.
Anyway,
I always get those confused.
so yes,
Anyway.
so
can
Silver's sitting there looking like she's like kind of spent and like done with the conversation. It's just like if anyone wants to continue any sort of conversations off of it, it is up to Young or Gadriel if they want to talk about anything or ask Silver anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, not young. If Silver's
But-
clearly done with it, it's just no.
The only thing that Gadriel was going to say was, whenever we do see if we can have audience with her, then I'll make sure that she's good with me leaving with you guys.
Yes, but do you want to be fighting, Gadriel?
No, but I want to be there for my friends. Sometimes we do things we don't want to because we have to. The sense of duty. I wasn't there for you and Young, and you guys are safe. And there are still people out there that want you to not be safe. And you would not have been as hurt that I left to protect you from me if you had agreed with me that that was the best course of action. So
Yeah,
You
and
gave
the
an
only other
invite
person that you
directly.
sit there and like fight for is not here. Locke is not here. He's at home being semi-retired.
Semi.
isn't he too young to
I don't know.
retire?
He's enjoying his family right now, okay? And
But
we got wanderlust and stuff, and one of the things I wanted to do was find you, and I find you. You're doing all well and stuff, and so if you want to continue doing well, that's fine. No one's forcing you to have to come back to the party.
well, if my service to Ozza is done, then yes, I would rather not have to continue this servitude, so I would
Well,
rather
then
travel with and
have-
protect my friends.
Then let's go have Oak ask Ozza if she's done with your servitude and figure it out from there. Hell, I'm gonna need a fucking whiskey. Let's go.
Same. Said Young. If you guys finally make it inside the tavern.
Yes, we're finally going in because we're gonna go have Oak go talk to Ozza again.
Sure, that'll go over well.
Yes. And Silver will actually boot the door. She will boot the door. Was it strength or athletics? Can't remember.
Nah, doesn't matter. It's a door. It's gone.
Okay, well, she wants to know how hard she kicks the door open.
She does, or you do.
I do. I want to.
All right, roll athletics then.
Oh, I rolled strength.
Same thing.
That's a
Good-
19.
good
Yeah.
enough.
So it's just. Do I break it off? Does it fall off a hinge or something? Just like one of the hinges?
Nah, knock on door. Here, I was thinking you was gonna put like knock on feelings or something.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Or knock on rage. There we go.
No.
although
It's not
why do I have baked jerky and how did I roll a nat 20 on it?
I don't know.
I don't
I
remember
think
that.
I think it had something to do with like skunk.
Either skunk,
Maybe.
either skunk or Hollis a million years ago.
Yeah.
No, this is recent.
It's probably skunk.
Probably. Anyway, so
But either or, it's like she'll like go and everyone in the tower just hears a loud bang as the door swings open and slightly falls off a hinge. Just a hinge, just a single.
Oak would jump, but he's kind of not surprised. So
Skunk jumps like a foot in the air.
It's just the loud noise. He's not surprised that the door is
Yeah.
Silver kicked the door in.
pretty much, yeah.
It's just loud noise.
It's kind of like when you put a cucumber behind a cat and they don't realize until they turn around and they go boing. It's basically like Skunk just straight up. He does the whole land on all fours back arched thing on the top of the table. Just
Oh,
It's okay.
Skunk, get down. You're almost stepping in my drink.
oh, sorry.
And he smell the feelings. He smell the tension.
I think it's more that he can see it.
I mean, yeah. I think
So it's
Young
gonna-
is going straight to the bar.
Yeah. Silver's gonna walk over to the table. Okay, listen up.
Uh-oh.
We ended up going to the castle, found some things out. I overheard a conversation with a lady in a really, really big ball gown. I don't know. Lady Oxtra?
Astra.
Ostra? Whatever.
It's like okra. but
Lady.
it's Astra.
Oxtra, whatever. Lady, we have an invitation to go meet her again as a whole group for a job that deals with the people that kidnapped Shauna. And then she looks over to Oak and Bjorn and stuff. And the people that try to steal Bjorn.
Burn.
I had to sit there and think before I said Bjorn.
I have not been stolen. I'm right here.
I know you have it.
Also,
It's
Bart
like you're
actually made
easy
that
to
work
find. We
pretty good.
just
Anyway.
yes, that is good.
That is really good.
Make that your new icon,
I
please.
am.
Good.
Anyway,
Is so again, it's to deal with this group. We can go find more out for more information, possibly get paid for it. But
Money.
again, we'll get more information about the group, and we can take them down. There's going to be fighting. It's going to be messy. Yeah. But we will do the service of good and make sure that people are safe from being kidnapped anymore.
Sounds like
But we
a plan.
have it. But we have until tomorrow morning to decide whether or not we want to go. But tonight,
Can we-
there is a party.
So I've heard.
Yes, there's Bjorn. There's free drinks.
I'm in.
I'm probably sure you already knew that since you've
I
been up
did.
here. Good. And Skunk, there is free food.
Ooh.
So all of you are welcome. Skunk,
There's also apparently a dude who just some dragonborn dude who just has ladies hanging off of him.
that was a dragonborn?
He wasn't a dragonborn. I only mentioned the dragonborn part with regards to if Skunk had seen them before, because there are a lot of them in this area.
Okay, because
Oh.
I was thinking the dude was like
I've
some sort of
been
elf or
misinterpreting that
something.
image the entire time. Okay,
I'm
rewind
sorry.
that.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, that's Sparkle Ass. Okay. I thought I saw him.
Sparkle ass?
He goes up there. He flies around and sparkles comes out of his ass.
Is he
That's
wearing
all
his pants for that part?
I don't remember because I was heavily drunk that night, and it was
Well-
more than a year ago.
Well, we got some updates for you too.
Sparkle Ass. What?
Skunk will then do that thing that happened that in that meme where a guy slaps the top of a car while saying this bad baby can fit so many X in it, but he's gonna smack the back of Oak instead.
Oh dear.
Point at Oak and declare,
This guy managed to secure what I thought.
You thought, which is what you thought. What?
Wow, you
Um,
Azza! She's still on board
I might be
me.
having a stroke. I don't know.
Yeah. Azza, the meeting with Azza. He used magic. Talked to her. She's still on board for that. Apparently, there's a 3-day time limit on that, though, or at least next time she's available is in 3 days. At the place where Trunkman, and it points at
okay.
Adriel.
Cad.
at the place where Cad met her, works her, something like that. Is what she said. What'd you say, Oak? You're the one who did the magic. I'm just communicating.
Yeah, she said that she was still willing to have audience with us, and it was a 3-day trek to get to the place that she would meet us, which was the same place that she would always meet Cad.
I don't trust it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, we gotta go there to see it.
Whatever. Oh, I guess. Oak, can you contact Ozza again and ask her whether or not Gadriel is still in her employment?
I can, yes.
Please.
You guys look like you watched a puppy die. Are you okay? Did something happen? Did I miss something?
No, I just revealed magic. Magic. Yes,
I just revealed magic.
magic. No, it's magic. It's BAG. I see. Magic.
What?
I don't know.
Tragic.
I was gonna say tragic backstory. So I'm sorry you missed that part.
Silver and I have been... Young speaks up, and she's just... For Skunk's benefit, Silver and I have been through hell.
She's
In
over at
some
the
ways,
bar
we're-
yelling it at us.
In some ways, literally. And we just had to... we had a discussion with Cad, because he was our friend. Before that all went down, and then... Now we're all on the same page-ish. Close?
Of sorts.
Close enough. So, yeah. We want to see if Ozza is still wanting Cad to work for her. And then if we can actually manage to go and see Ozza, then we can look into your thing. And if Ozza flakes on us, we'll just find another dragon.
Yeah, good luck with that.
If I may make one observation.
What?
Y'all are very fun. Y'all are very fun to hang out with. And in battle, y'all are very capable. But y'all need therapy.
Really?
Y'all desperately need therapy.
What made
I
you
would
think
not-
that?
Because I think that because I know the signs of someone in the middle of their traumatic episode because I'm already done with mine.
I'm sorry about hearing that you had one. You look like someone who does not deserve one. Ugh.
Oh, I absolutely didn't.
I don't think anybody does. That's not the point.
Well, okay, assholes do sometimes. Depends on the asshole and why they're an asshole.
Well,
Fair.
now I'm in the position to cause traumatic issues to bad guys. So I like where I'm sitting. Allows me to get some shit off my chest, work through some things. Yeah, I might get a little bit angry and stuff. And scary. And burn a fucker. But it's just... Oh, what is that word? Yeah, whatever. I need a nail.
Within reason.
Lethargic or something? Whatever that...
Lethargic.
Lethargic means you're tired.
No, there's another thing.
Cathartic.
It's-
Cathartic.
That.
Yeah.
Tharsis. Cthulhu's
Tharsis.
twin brother.
Anyway.
You know Cthulhu?
I've heard about him. Isn't he like some weird extraplanar thingy that some warlocks pray to and then their brains go...
I mean, our old friend was a warlock and stuff, but he didn't do Cthulhu. But it's just... It's something about a tower and a one-eyed...
Brian? Who's Brian?
What?
Did I say Brian? I said Lock.
I thought you said Brian. Sounded
I
like
said warlock, I think.
Oh, okay.
Our warlock.
I don't know how that happened.
I can't remember what I just
What is
said.
wrong with us today?
I have goldfish brain, okay?
Yeah, no, you do.
I have our answer for our problem.
Oh.
There we go.
It's been a while.
For a second there, my goldfish brain thought that was about to be a gif of the "we all have syphilis" gif.
Anyway,
It's horrible.
Did you tell them about our disease? Oh God, it's so much worse.
Okay.
Anyway,
But yes, no, we do need therapy. Oak, did you talk to Ozzy yet? Also, you no, you're not allowed to be a wallflower when we go to the party tonight, okay? We're going to make you have some fun.
so you know that that GIF that I sent earlier, which was like the guy was about to say something and then he stops. Oak does that. It's like
Ooh, I could cast fly on you and you could do cartwheels.
On who? Him?
Yeah, Wallflower dude.
Okay, first, no.
Oh, no. You can cast fly on him, and she'll point to Gradiriel.
That is a brilliant idea. I would pay good money to watch an elephant man fly around.
You know what?
Skunk is going to reach
I don't
into
know.
his pocket.
We're
Skunk is going to reach into his
Oh.
pocket, procure 10 gold pieces, and hand them to Cad.
I am paying good money to watch an elephant man fly around.
Gadriel looks up from the book and looks over, and everyone's looking at him and feels very anxious.
Alright, you want us to start having, like... We need to start working as a team again, so why not do this for us, Gradriel? It's a bonding thing. You can trust us.
Skunk is going to like jingle the coins.
You're gonna take these, and then when we go to the party, I'm gonna cast a spell on you, and you're gonna fly, and it's gonna be great.
Hey, we might have to time that so we're not ruining anyone's performances there.
Or, if the performance is absolutely dreadful, time it so that we are interrupting it with something worth watching.
Cadro instinctively tightens his gi. The I trust you.
I mean, it's just a fly spell. You decide where you go and how fast.
Yeah,
Oh,
they just see an elephant flying through the air. No! That's it! The ears! The ears! You'll have to do the ears! Shit. And Locke's not here to see it! Fuck!
Wait. Can you move your ears independently?
he looks at one. He looks at the other. He's like, I don't know.
Just wiggle your ears.
They kind of wiggle in unison. He's looking at one, and they both wiggle. He's looking at the other, and they both wiggle. Yeah, I think I just did it, right?
Yeah.
You can do the elephant ear wing flap thing. Oh, this is gonna be great.
The thing is, Locke is not here to see it.
Do we have any way of, like, preserving moments to show to people later?
Just drawings, that's all we have.
I don't know how to draw.
Neither do I.
Now, to be fair, we may eventually go back. This is Yang speaking. We may go back to Gradiriel at some point, and when we do,
Yeah, but is Skunk really going to come with us all the way up to Yukiegi where it's cold?
Skunk just point out a nearby window.
it's
Is it
cold-
colder than this?
No.
Then probably.
Okay.
So what we do is we get Skunk.
Look, I'm here for information.
We get Skunk.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe it's like you have to go part of ways with us here. We don't know.
Well, I
But
mean, if I don't have
it
to,
would
I'll
be great.
probably tag around.
Yeah, it would be great to see you. Oh, wait, nope. Silver wasn't there, so she can't sit there and tell you to say, check on Skinny. Make fun of the
Skunk
Skinny boy.
did mention calling him that when he met the group again. When he met with Bjorn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. They're like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I
and you can
keep
actually
hearing about
redo
Locke.
that.
I met him, like, once back in Rydell when there was that whole party thing going on for the drow lady. Wouldn't mind meeting him again, actually. Sounds like
What
he's an
happened to the drow
interesting
lady?
dude.
And which drow lady?
Yang speaks up about this one. She at one point she was in some issues, and the rest of us went to save
She?
her. Wow. Anyway.
Okay, who is the drow? Who?
Unrai,
All I'm hearing is she.
Yeah, Unrai.
Unrai?
Yes. Unrai was in.
I was about to say Unu. I got that totally wrong.
Not totally. You got the first syllable. Anyway, Unrai
Ooh.
was. Ha. Unrai was in some trouble. We as in Locke, Oak, me, and was Cad with us then?
Yes.
Yeah. Me as in Oak and Ribbon and Cad went to help out and try to save her, and then we saved her, and we made sure she made it back to Rydell, and then there was a party in her honor now that she was safe and back home. And
You guys had a party where you guys were like the guests? Like the honorary guests?
I mean,
I
they
think
were
that's what
there
was
for
happening.
it. The main thing was it was for Unray. It wasn't for us. It just happened to be.
I know, but you guys were honorary guests for
Yeah.
helping save her.
Yeah, kinda.
Skunk is just gonna start pointing at Bjorn.
He was the main attraction.
Why? What happened?
He was flying.
Tell me about it. I am so jealous of you guys right now because
I ascended is what happened.
you flew. Why is everyone
I-
flying? Why can't I fly?
Skunk is going to cast Fly on Silver.
Why couldn't you just save this until, like, the party? She's just sitting there floating in the air.
I can do it one more time.
You're supposed to make
And
cat
I'll
fly.
say-
Yes,
And I'll-
but you're supposed to do that to Cadriel.
I will when it's time for the party.
I would have liked to have been flying at the party too. But oh well. Could have gone
Oh.
up and be like, haha. Screw you, Sparklefit.
But he's not
Is
here.
that big of an asshole?
No. I'm assuming he was the guy that dropped the piece of paper that attacked my face.
The piece of paper attacked your face?
That's how I heard of this place. He meant there was a letter that flew down. I was like looking up at the sun because I was trying to find our direction, our heading to get back to the other tavern that we were staying at. But I was still drunk out of my mind. Oh, by the way, Skunk, for the love of God, do not accept anything called water.
Oh, I've
It
heard
may
of
be
that.
free. It may be free. Do not accept.
I make it a point not to drink alcohol generally anyway. It tastes
Okay,
disgusting,
good.
first of all.
We will fix that in you one day, little friend.
No, you
If
won't.
he says no,
If-
no is no.
If Locke broke, trust me, so will you.
Oh, I think you're underestimating how stubborn I can be.
Likewise.
Well, anyway, but yeah, no, we actually had a guy back home who had some water. He would sell out on occasion for like big festivals or parties whenever we had them in town. And I watched when it happened, and it was always delightfully hilarious. But I never even got within 15 feet of the stuff because even from 15 feet away, I could smell it. And
How can you smell it? It smells like water.
it does.
Yes. It smells and looks like water.
I won't deny that it looks like water, but it smells like something else to me.
High-powered sense of smell on that one.
What are your secrets?
They are numerous and very uninteresting.
I don't believe you.
Well, start.
Yes, jump through hoops. Entertain us. Either way. You could have just waited until we got to the party.
I mean, I'm sure we'll be in more parties than this one, so there's always next time.
True. But I had an idea, but yeah.
I mean, I can only make one person fly at a time, so if your idea was to like do a flying dance with Cad, that wasn't gonna happen.
No. It was gonna be something else.
Although I do
What?
still want to see Cat fly. That'd be great.
Yes, we're still gonna see
Yeah.
Cat fly.
That is going to happen.
That's
I have paid
fine.
him to do it. I have removed that number of gold from my inventory.
Hey, Cat now has gold in his inventory. Good job.
Did 10 pieces.
I have money in my inventory.
Yes.
I gave you 10 gold to be subjected to my flight spell at the party tonight.
Yeah, when
because I
Cadriel
loudly
looked up,
declared, it's like, I would pay good money for that. In fact, I am paying good money for that.
and 10 gold.
He looks very confused as he accepts it.
Yeah, because it was
Okay.
like right as Cadriel was like looking up from his book.
Uh-huh.
Got a kobold there handing him money.
Things escalated quickly.
Yes. Well, we're being a loud, rambunctious. I'm
Rambunctious?
just gonna go sit at a bar and start drinking,
Yep. That's fine.
and then we're gonna go to a party.
Yep.
Does anyone object?
No.
Too bad. Okay. Wait, you said no? Okay, let's go.
So this is the part where I, as DM, present that the character in question can go either way, and which would my players prefer, or should I like roll? With regards to the whole Ozza letting Cad do his thing.
Up to you.
Yeah. It's just what?
We were seeing her anyway, so I tacked that on.
Yeah. But specifically, it's because Oak was asked to ask her directly via magic that question rather than waiting until.
Yeah, because we can get a rapid answer and then actually see it when we go meet her.
Now, so if Silver says it's up to me and Skunk says Brian says it's up to me, how about the character that's actually involved in the equation? Which way would you rather it go, Kenneth?
I'm sorry, ask again.
Would you rather it be that Ozza wants Cad to remain under her employment, or would you rather it be that Ozza is okay with Cad leaving?
Honestly, either way, but I guess so that I can be with the party, it'd probably be good if somehow, begrudgingly or willingly, she lets me go.
Yeah. That was ultimately what I thought your take on that was going to be. So, yes. With that in mind, Ozza is going to mention through the thing with Oak that she is going to be okay with Oak, with Cad doing his own thing following all this went down, because everything has been confirmed. Everything has been settled, as it were, debt-wise. And she, however, does want to continue with having audience with you guys, including the bit with Skunk. Because she has one final thing that she... At this point, it's not an order. It is a request. She has one thing that she wants to request of Cad and or the party. So she will like that meeting to happen. What Silver...
What is the request?
She wants to say it in person. To Cad, specifically.
Okay.
So, what Ozza is basically doing is she's confirming that meeting will still happen, and she wants to make sure that all of you are... She basically wants to cover her own butt to make sure that there's no bad blood among anybody. She's doing that more political thing of making sure she's not necessarily open and honest, but open, at least. But yeah, she wants to continue to have the audience with you guys, is ultimately what it boils down to. Which may or may not help Silver to see that maybe she wants to have that audience, but who knows. Regardless, you guys have a party to go to.
Yes.
So, with that in mind, I guess Silver and or Bjorn is going to lead the group to where the party is, because Bjorn's going to definitely know where it is. He might not
I
have
think
been in
Silver's
Morkita.
actually.
He might not have been in Morkita very often in his travels. Being that it's the capital city and he's from like a Viking raiding party. um,
Yeah.
He still
Silver
has.
will be leading.
Also, since you have access to Bjorn's character sheet, Brian, I request that you, on Bjorn's behalf, roll for me a history check at advantage.
Maybe because it's me rolling, the rolls won't suck. 15.
The first, the actual, smaller dice rolls did suck. It was a 7. But anyway, so, with regards to, the bit that Silver mentioned way back at the beginning when she came into the tavern, of when Silver was going through what that mission was potentially being with the noble woman and whatnot. She did mention the name Astra.
Like Lady Ostra or something.
Yeah.
And mentioning a ridiculous ball gown.
Yes. Bjorn would then know that, with that 15, he would then know that Lady Astra, from what he knows, was a stone giant who wished to, she typically tries to make sure she helps others. She's one of the fewer of the giant nobility that's not completely against having the littler folk around. And she is also, functionally speaking, the Princess of Iban.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
You will communicate all of this to the group?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so she's a princess?
Yes.
Functionally, yes.
What do you mean by functionally?
Darred, what do I mean by functionally?
Like, are they... Wait, it's like... Are the giants truly running this city? Are they actually the ones
I thought
in
we knew that
charge?
already.
Yeah.
Or is it actually... No, because apparently, if anything is said about the dragons here, and given the state of what Oz is in, the dragons actually own the cities.
The way that it is, the reason that it's functionally speaking, she is princess, is the dragons are the end-all, be-all. They are the rulers. They are the actual ruling caste. But, considering that they do not necessarily always come down from their mountaintops and deal with the more...
So basically, she's the headpiece,
Yes.
like how Razzo was from Mork.
Yes.
But she's good. Can
sh-
Silver figure that out?
Being that she's in a sort of wary or distrust mode with regards to Azza and dragons in general, or at the very least the dragons of Iban in general.
Well, and given the state of like
What she
Ozza
heard
saying
from-
how
Yeah, what
Oz
she heard
the
from-
dragons were nobility.
Yeah. Given what she has heard and whatnot, yes. I would say without any kind of a roll, upon hearing that Astra is functionally the princess of Morkita, it may very well be that Razzo chose to take up the moniker of he is mayor of Mork, while Astra chose princess because she liked that better.
Of course.
But with regards to, whether she is an actual, like, blood, whatever, probably
Or
not.
relating.
Or any kind of nobility class type thing, probably not. At least not in the typical sense of the context.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Cause
Yep.
Silver's preparing her game face for tomorrow.
Uh-huh. So with that, you guys, if you have anything else with regards to that, I just wanted to make sure that that roll happened even though Bjorn was not here, because I had planned for that to be a thing. So beyond that, you guys can
Start walking towards the thing.
start walking to where the party is held. Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
So, any kind of conversations we want to have? Fun things? Different topics? Please.
Is there at any point before going to the actual party itself, would there be any moment where Young could potentially pull Silver aside?
Possibly.
Although, given that we have at least a couple people with perception of yes.
I mean, as we're walking and stuff, it's like, I don't know. Say, what are we walking through right now?
Probably typical city streets and
City streets.
at least the
and
traffic
stuff.
flow is probably going to be generally in the direction that you're going.
I'm just asking, like, what kind of place are we like? And just like a housing district, a marketplace, or shop center, whatever, what?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay.
They might be starting to the actual like market stalls and things might start be closing down, at least the ones that are open during the day. But yeah,
Okay.
it's still a marketplace.
Then I guess so it'd be like, yeah, we can go talk. Do you guys mind waiting here for a minute? As she asks
go for
the
it.
rest of the group. Okay,
Sure.
don't wander off. So I guess Silver wanders over with Yang somewhere, like 20 feet away.
Gadriel just plops down and like crosses his legs and reads a book. I don't know.
Why are you just sitting on? Oh, okay.
He said not to wander off.
I know, but why do you have to sit on the ground? It's wet, snow, dirty.
Skunk is going to climb into Cad's lap and curl up there.
Skunk's just
Okay, he's stuck there now.
It's like,
Don't worry, I won't let him go anywhere.
It's just, yeah.
Anyway.
he's like
Anyway,
in heavy
yes.
person.
Yes, Young.
So, I mean, obviously, with everything that was spoken with Cad and stuff before we got to the tavern, I don't want to necessarily get into that, but I just what was it that initially made you want to go back to the library?
I just had I was just told about something during our off month, and I just wanted to kind of look into it and stuff, and I got my answer, but can't really do anything with it. So that was good. And also, I wanted to find where the. Oh, also, like, I also went there because I wanted to find out if there was, like, a Temple of Helm somewhere up here, and there is, and I now know where that is, so if we need someplace protective that we can stay for free, yeah, we can go there.
That makes sense. Would you want to go there regardless, or?
I mean, DM, where is this temple? DM?
It would be.
Is it, like, out of the way? Like, not in the city?
It's going to be sort of just on the outskirts of the city, probably.
Oh, okay.
So it's if you wanted to stay in the city right now, yes, it'd be out of the way because you're going to the party thing. So in that context, it's out of the way. But if when you were leaving the city, you left out like the eastern gate, you could probably find it easily.
Okay.
So, but other than that, you know.
I mean, it's kind of the thing that we can, if we go past it in our travels, sure, maybe. I wouldn't mind stopping by there, checking it out. But I'm not gonna sit there and divert the party
Okay.
just to go find a place.
Okay. Okay. So it was. I would Young be able to piece together that she was looking into their family because one of the things that they did on the month break was the.
She would kind of have to pry more about like trying to get the information of like what was the actual thing you were looking for. It's like, are you going to tell me, or are you just going to keep it hidden?
Well, I can't say that I'm not curious of what you looked into at the in the library, but
It's just it had something to do with my family. That's all. Where I'm from. Surprise! I guess technically from Avon. I was born here, but I was raised over in Yeazer, and I'm happy with that.
do you know if they're still around?
Well, I know my mother is dead for sure. Because she passed from a disease on the ship on the voyage to Gradiriel. I don't know about my father. But I mean, I have his name, but I mean, jeez. It's been like almost 3 decades. I probably wouldn't recognize him. He probably wouldn't recognize me, so why go barking at something that there's nothing really there?
Well, I mean, it would be up to you, but if you wanted to look into it, I'm sure.
I'm not gonna sidetrack the party just to go looking for something that might not even be around anymore. So I'm fine with it. I mean, I was curious. I got answers. It is what it is.
Okay. All right.
And go head back to the party.
Yeah.
Why are you?
I'll just say, for the sake of funny, as Silver and Young are coming back, Skunk is wrapping up a thing of his own by declaring,
That's the story of how I almost got eaten by a gelatinous cube.
What was this about a cube?
Oh, I almost got eaten by a gelatinous cube once early on in my adventuring career. I was in a basement. It was used to keep intruders out of some asshole's mansion. I went in there with a couple of friends I knew. And we tried to sneak through the basement, and then there was a gelatinous cube, and I didn't know it was there, and I wasn't sniffing for it because there was a thing going on, and I actually wound up stumbling into it, and I was just kind of floating in it, and I was just dissolving. But then I had a shovel, and I pulled it out of my backpack. I don't know how it fit in there. My backpack was small, but I used the shovel, and I dug my way out of the gelatinous cube.
Okay, note to self. If we come across any gelatinous cube, all must die. Alright.
that's a true story, by the way.
Right.
That's just straight up something from from the first time I played Skunk. He, including pulling a long ass shovel taller than he was out of a backpack and using it to dig his way out. There's no reason that should have worked, but it did.
Note
You know what? I
note
just
to
thought
self.
of something.
Note to self: destroy all gelatinous cubes, and Skunk's backpack has mallet space, or in this case, shovel space.
Can you?
So, I got an idea. So it's just gonna be like that. Okay, you're quite an interesting fellow. Ooh, I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that may be warranted.
Uh-oh.
What you got?
Who wants to play Tooth or Dare?
What?
Who wants to play Truth or Dare?
How would this
How about we
work?
get to the party first?
No, we can do it along the way.
Is this one of those warm-up parties before the party?
Yes.
I reserve the right to pass on a dare.
Then you only choose Truth.
Depends on the dare.
Depends on the truth.
Well, since I brought up the idea, should I just go first then?
How would this work with multiple people?
Well, we can just pick whoever and ask them.
Roll initiative!
Jeez, no. No, it's like, here. Like, I start off, and I'll ask the person, Truth or Dare. They pick and do whatever. Then they can choose whether to ask me, Truth or Dare, or someone else, Truth or Dare. How about that? Get it?
We could also just spin a bottle, but
We don't have a bottle yet. We're also in the middle of walking.
indeed.
It's mostly the walking part. Bjorn's got all kinds of bottles.
True.
You have no idea the things I'm hiding in this cape.
Wait, you have a cape? Oh, that was fur. Anyway, close. I'm just.
We have been traveling together how goddamn long? I'm pretty sure he has a cape.
Anyway,
It's some kind of fur thing.
Or a cloak
fur
or something.
it's a
thing.
cloak. Yeah.
I'm just. You also gotta realize I didn't see you guys for a fucking year.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so.
Oh,
who's your
here,
first
I'll
pick?
start off. Young, Truth or Dare?
I need different music for this.
Dare.
Dare?
Yeah.
I dare you to steal me a flower.
Huh. So. She as you guys are walking, she is going to sort of look to see if there may be like some sort of flower shop or something of the sort that is still, collecting and getting rid of and finishing up for the night and whatnot, and she will spot one. Knowing that there's not going to be any kind of combat anytime soon because party and then sleep,
Sneaky snake.
Hmm?
Sneaky snake. Let's see if Skunk can spot her.
Skunk will probably be able to spot her because perception of huge.
Perception, yes.
Perception, yes.
I miss Byron.
Right. All right.
You can smell her, don't worry.
So she is going to, knowing that there's not going to be any kind of combats, she's going to snap her fingers, surround herself in shadows, because pass without a trace, and she is going to sneak. Don't be horrible.
24.
What's Skunk's passive perception?
26?
Mm-hmm.
Dude!
I thought so.
I mean, mine's 17.
Yeah, but you get the plus 10 on that because of pass without a trace, so her roll was 24.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like she actually made Skunk work for it a bit, but he's still keeping tabs on her.
Doesn't
I
matter
think
if
it's can Oak spot her? What's his passive? Well, then again, we are knowing that she's like sneaking about.
Yeah.
Would that be a perception roll then?
I'm going off of passive.
Okay.
Oak's passive is also close to 20. His is actually 27.
Okay, so the
The two perceptive ones can still see her, but that's fine.
The eyes of the group can see her.
Yeah.
We got the left one and we got the right one. Don't ask me which one's which.
Which one's more common to be the lazy eye?
Jeez.
Because whichever one's more common to be a lazy eye biologically, that's Oak. Anyway.
2.
So right.
Okay.
What is happening right now?
We don't know. Anyway.
Young is
I thought we were going to a night party and we're playing Truth or Dare in the streets. I am so confused.
Yes, that's what
What
we're
does
doing.
any of
On our
this
way
have to do with Skunk's encounter with the gelatinous cube? Why did that inspire this?
No.
It didn't. She
did.
just had Silver had a random thought, and she's just like, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna have fun tonight. I'm just gonna blurt this out. Let's play a game.
And then
She is losing. She's just like losing it. She's just went through some shit. She wants to have fun, and she's going to fucking have fun.
Okay.
So, Young is off stealing a flower.
Yep. Wow.
Silver has no clue where she went. Bjorn probably doesn't know where she went. Everyone else does. I don't know about Gradiriel.
Yeah, it's fine.
Skunk is watching her
can smell you.
Fuck.
No.
Alright. No, you gotta make it sound like Morgan Freeman.
I can't. But it is in my mind.
I can smell you. I have evolved invisibility.
Anyway.
The thing about
Oh,
the
I may have
shiv
a...
is it can be quite effective when applied to the jugular.
Listen here, you little
Anyway. Stop.
I was quoting the man.
The title for this episode should just be like
Shenanigans.
deranged party time.
Or how about just
We don't have a
derangement?
problem.
Anyway. So yes. Young will disappear to
Post
have
that
the party,
video, too.
at least. And then she will reappear behind Silver and a flower.
Silver just a what?
And a flower.
Silver's just like waiting, not knowing she's behind Silver.
Right. Tap on her shoulder. There you go.
Dude,
Huh?
she's behind you.
Oh,
There you go.
how did you? Thank you. And she'll take it and actually put it in like one of her braids.
Aw.
Now, Young, it's your turn.
Oak. Truth or dare? Okay, I remember when we did this before. Dare. Oh.
I say don't whip out.
You know what? I'm gonna give you something and give you a little bit of time to work on it. My dare for you is to perform at the party we're going to. What? Yeah, perform at the party we're going to.
I can only cast fly so many times, and it's already reserved for the elephant.
No. Look, take a better look at him, Skunk. He's got an instrument on his back. He doesn't play it very often, but he can.
Apparently, he's a bard.
Ooh. I have bongos, and I look at the bongos strapped to my hips. I can play along.
Which I don't
You can
think,
provide a baseline.
I can give you a baseline.
Which I don't think Silver has actually seen you or even remotely seen you perform anything. So there you go.
She heard it on the boat,
Oh, that's right. She did.
I think. Did he play bongos on the boat?
I think like once, probably, at least.
I don't remember.
Yang was referring
But
to
either way, she's seen the bongos carrying around.
Yang was referring to Silver not seeing Oak perform.
Oh, yeah, no, I have not seen him perform.
There you go. So there you go. That's your dare. You can have some time to think on it, so that you don't have to immediately do something crazy. But I want you to perform at the party.
You have a couple hours. Good luck.
All right then. And I guess it's my turn to pick Somebody else?
Yep.
Skunk. Truth or dare?
Need a coin.
Keep-
I don't need a coin. I have dice.
/R space 1d2.
Well, let's do dare.
All right. Well, you're already gonna play your bongos with me, so that's not a comparable dare.
I find truth or dare is always at its most fun when it's just a slow but steady escalation of war.
How about Oak is not good at this, and neither am I. You know. I don't know.
You know what? At the party, I got something.
Are you hijacking his dare?
I mean, I have an idea. Can I whisper it to him?
You could, yeah. Skunk would probably hear it, but you know.
Silver is asking, like, Skunk be like, is it okay if I whisper it to him and then he can tell you?
I mean, if he can't think of anything, by all means.
Actually, whispering the DM, I see.
That
on.
makes me
Hold on.
easy. Hold on. Okay.
Slightly more to it.
Oh, good. A long one.
No, just an or. Alright. So Oak will hear this and he'll chuckle and be like, why didn't I think of that? Duh. So, Skunk,
Yeah.
everybody's waiting for my dare for when we actually get to the party. And I think we're going to wait for yours as well. Remember the guy that we saw in the tavern that Silver mentioned always flew around?
The dude with the harem, yeah.
Yeah. My dare for you is to... I'll give it as your choice. You can either swipe something from him, or you can scare him.
Well, I'm not gonna steal from the guy. I don't know him.
Odd depiction from a rogue, says Young.
What?
Normally you would steal from somebody that you don't know anyway.
I may be a sneaky guy, but I don't, typically speaking, steal very much.
Trust me. I think he's going to be okay if you steal from him. He's kind of... I suspect he's that type of person where he can probably be an ass, but...
Oh, most assuredly, considering how he acted at the party before, yeah.
I mean, I can just sneak up on him and jump scare him.
Okay, then. You can do that.
Just go up, poke him in the ribs. Blah!
That'll do.
I can confirm, poking someone in the ribs from behind is a fantastic way to startle them, and also a very good way to piss them off.
Speaking from experience.
A very common practical joke from my father. David, I hope you don't mind that I slipped that
Really?
little thing in there. That is a reference to our real life.
Oh.
Ha!
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Our
was going to sit there and be like, is that true?
Yeah. David, our dad had a bad habit of sneaking up on David and getting him in the ribs from behind, and David would get angry every time and chase my dad all over the house. So he does not like it, but it was always funny to watch.
It's whose turn?
Skunk.
Skunk's turn.
To pick somebody.
Fun.
Technically following through with, not that this was a rule that was spoken out, but if everybody got one dare or truth to do for one round, it would be Skunk's choices are either Cad or, well, Cad, Bjorn, or Silver.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones that haven't done a dare yet.
Or truth, or whatever.
Or truth. Yeah.
See, this is why I'm not good at this game. I can never think of what to do.
Suffer.
Well,
No, I
Improv.
don't want to suffer. I've done enough of that before I met you guys.
at
You
this point,
dare yourself.
at this point, it's just pick somebody.
You
Yeah.
dare yourself in one voice to imitate a conversation between two voices as the other character you're voicing with a different voice.
No, shut up. Fuck you. Silver, I choose you.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay, what?
You gotta pick truth or dare, Silver.
Oh, I'm
good
totally
idea.
aware, guys. I know I started drinking already, but I'm still here. Oh, what do I want to do? Truth or dare? You know what? I'm feeling a bit wild right now. Dare.
Do a backflip.
Sure, she attempts to do a backflip.
This
Athletics at disadvantage.
this would actually be
Or acrobatics.
This will be acrobatics.
Wow.
And would it be a disadvantage because heavy armor and slightly inebriated?
No, she would have taken the armor off before she is going to the party, so she's just like in her normal like pants, boots,
Yeah.
tunic, corset, whatever.
She's in the middle of taking off the outer plate armor, and Young's like, "Take it off!"
Start throwing the quiet,
Skunk has an
maybe.
acrobatics of 15, by the by, so he is taking notes, and he will offer Kurt notes at the end.
Silver has a 0.
Oh, goody. A backflip is not an unimpressive feat of... Oh, goddamn, okay.
18.
There you go.
Okay, I haven't really done this before. What is it like? Bend with the knees and arch back halfway through. Okay, man, flip. And she like when she lands, she like kind of stumbles a bit. Like, I did it! I fucking did it!
Nice. Very, very nice. I honestly was not expecting you to pull that off. Nice.
Neither did I. I thought I was gonna say split.
But you didn't, and y'all will like hug her. Yeah.
Yay! And she'll hug back. Okay, since I already did someone, Cad, Bjorn, make a truth dare for each other.
Nah. So who asked what now?
It's
It's Cad chooses truth or dare, and Bjorn chooses truth or dare, and then the other one is the one that says what it is.
so it's basically just you two left. You're just like kind of swapping.
So I'm choosing truth or dare.
Yes.
Yes.
For yourself, like, which one do you want to do? Because I don't necessarily have access to Bjorn's extensive backstory, I can't do truth, so I'm just going to do dare for Bjorn.
Let's all just do dares.
I'm supposed to show trust and faith in my friends, so dare.
Good choice.
Everybody's dares. Hooray!
Oh yeah, because backstories are tricky things to delve into with a game like this,
Yep.
or just things in general. I do want to say I did have what Skunk's question would be if Silver had picked truth.
Oh.
And that question was, does Young braid your hair, or do you braid each other's hair, or what's going on?
And the answer would have been yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I imagine Skunk's question is, does Young braid her hair or do you braid each other's hair? And the answer is simply yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that
that's why-
tells me a
that's why
lot.
I said yes.
So yeah, Bjorn gets to choose a dare for Cad, and Cad gets to choose a dare for Bjorn.
Indeed.
So Cad gets.
Why don't you go first? Why don't you go first?
Okay, dare.
That's what he said. Yeah.
No. What do you want me to do?
As the dare.
What is your dare for me?
I actually thought of something, but it's stupid.
What?
By all means.
How much interaction has Bjorn had directly with Skunk?
Bjorn?
A little bit. I know we had a snowball fight. You guys had the talked at the.
I feel like Skunk and Bjorn have like I feel like the two of them have kind of like this friendly, like sort of casual friendship going on. Like not necessarily like anything super deep, but like they're like on like, you know, they're on like bro basis, I guess, if that makes sense. Like Skunk likes Bjorn, he does.
Let's him.
I have an
Cadro
idea
actually
for what
left the entertainment
Bjorn's
hat.
there should be. Yes, he
Cadro
did.
actually left the entertainment hat to Bjorn specifically, didn't he?
Yes.
Mm.
Are you gonna make him like he should change into? No, because he wouldn't have the tail. Never mind. I'm just gonna say that maybe Bjorn should dare Cadriel to, I don't know, go dance. Or
I mean,
attempt to dance.
I mean, Bjorn's thing for Cad is when you're flying in the air over the party, do make sure to trumpet your nose. Make the sound loudly. Announce it.
Oh.
Make it a spectacle and a show and a performance to remember.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
And then Bjorn's there from Cad.
I dare you to use all of your wiles and the entertainment hat if you happen to still have such a thing. And I point at Skunk and I was like, make him laugh until he cries.
Huh. Is there a time limit on this task?
No.
David, I'm sorry, you've been given a long-term side quest. I'll have to think on that. Maybe have a few drinks about it, but I might be able to think of something.
Cadro pulls out a ledger, flips to a specific page, and pencils something in, closes it. All right, you're good.
Oh no, you're now. Oh. Now you have to do it. It is written down.
It is written.
You promised.
Mm-hmm.
It must be fulfilled. Or else he's gonna come collecting. And collect some embarrassed truth. Yes.
Like at
So
the top
now we
right
all
corner
did
of
our-
your screen, at the top right corner of your screen, this little splash text or this little toast appears. It's like, Cadro will remember that.
Yep.
Now we get to the party?
Yes. Now we have made it to the party. Hooray. Which does have a line, but thankfully the line moves fairly quickly because the only kind of stop or anything that you have to do is basically a they don't necessarily take any payment because getting in is free, but they like to know who all is there. So it's basically a, okay, you're a person that's going in. Okay, they're basically getting a rundown of all the people that are coming, just in case something goes wrong and they have to start looking for the people that caused a ruckus. So it goes fairly quickly, but you guys will arrive at the party. And for Skunk, who has never been in here before, this is a very large space. Skunk would model it after. Skunk would sort of think of it as something akin to like a fair or a carnival or some such of that persuasion. But one thing that is the most interesting is there are sections of the floor that go down into what appears to be something akin to an arena or something of the sort. As if this place is not only used for festivals and festivities, but also for like gladiatorial fights and whatnot.
It's all still above ground, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's all still above ground, but there's like the nature of these areas that are slightly lower is allowing people who are normally, on level ground to be able to look down in like a Coliseum fashion, rather than having everything above ground and whatnot. It's, the average person walks in from the normal ground, and then by the way, you're in the top of a Coliseum all of a sudden. So it's a nice space, and there are free drinks, free food. Now it's more leaning towards like fairground food, so you're not going to get like some sort of big prime meat. You're going to get meat, yes, but it's not going to necessarily be some big to-do of meat. If Mr. Kobold wants to do some sort of like big protein meat carnivore thing going on, he's probably going to have to get quite a few rather than some big prime rib or something. Though to be fair, they do have bigger meats and things that are available. That's usually just for the giants and guards that are posted, which it wasn't really a thing that Silver really picked up on when she was here before, because she was more focused on free food and party and having fun and then spectacle.
Yes.
But there are actually giants that serves as guards to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So Mr. High Perception Kobold, who has never seen a giant before, will actually be able to see a giant here, as well as later when you go and meet with Astra.
Giant with a J.
Giant, it's with a G.
No.
Stay in a schoolhouse or something?
What?
Didn't you stay in a schoolhouse or something?
Yeah, I helped out in it.
Why with a G? Not a... Wait, J. G.
Because you,
And he'll just like smack her on the side.
are already giant when compared to me.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Good, because you would never win.
I'm not gonna
Now.
argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Yes,
I
but
am
you
gonna-
gotta understand, giants are actually is a race. They're a whole race of giants and stuff. Just because I look giant doesn't mean I am giant.
I know. But giant is an adjective as well as a noun.
Yes. And I
I
believe
should have paid more attention.
I believe storm giants are usually blue.
Ooh, storm giants. Ooh, they're big. They're bigger than most.
They are bigger than most giants. Sort of a gray blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we seeing one?
Yeah, one of the guards is a storm giant.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let us commence with watching an elephant fly.
so
Where's a big open space?
there's a lot
Right
of
over
those.
there.
There's a lot of those actually. And there's other performers going on and some just setting up, but yeah.
So when you fly with the fly spell, how long does that last?
10 minutes? No.
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go up.
you-
I'm gonna be really high. I'm gonna act a fool. You're gonna laugh and lose concentration. That was flat.
Not quite
No, you're
enough.
gonna be fine. Silver's gonna look for like the sparkle pants.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm going to whisper a DM. Could I have found this, please?
Silver does not find him.
No, she'll find them.
She just rolled perception, and got a nat 1.
Oh.
She is not gonna find him.
No. She's a little too distracted, I think.
Yep.
I
She's gonna be
whispered
too
to
distracted by watching a elephant fly around.
Answer to that would be yes.
Cool. So at some point from when we were truth or daring, to present when I'm about to be flying. I broke off and came back, and y'all didn't notice that I grabbed it, but I got soap and water. So I'm flying around, or able to now.
You will be in a minute.
Oh,
Why do you
Okay.
have soap and water?
Reasons.
you don't know that.
But
I thought I was flying because you were distracted by my flying, but I'm not flying yet. So you're not distracted yet.
yeah,
Order of operations.
okay.
No, here's what it is. I feel like Cad would not have to go off anywhere to get that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So Cadriel has soap and water.
He has it, he always has it. Because that makes sense. You guys are going to find out about what he does with it in a moment. Regardless, you tried to look
Okay.
you tried to look for sparkle pants and couldn't find them.
Yep. She's just like, okay, whatever. Ooh, ale.
So this is now a question for Mr. Perceptive of Yes Kobold.
Yes.
You were momentarily fascinated by actual giant, because big.
Yeah.
What is more fascinating and interesting to you? A giant or a dragon?
A dragon.
I thought so.
Oh no.
So
You're a dragon.
as you guys are starting to, come in and everybody's made their setup and all this mess, and you're trying to find a place that is big enough and open enough for Cad to go flying through the air, you will see out of nowhere, an image of a dragon will appear and roar and look really cool.
How big of an image?
Probably as big as the giant, so huge.
So it's to scale.
Uh-huh.
Is it an illusion?
Let me double check my remembering of a spell is correct.
I think there might be a roll or something to discern it. What is it? Major images?
So, I cannot remember the specifics of size, but would a huge dragon fit in a 20-foot cube? I'm assuming it would.
Yes.
Because generally speaking,
Oh wait. Yeah, 20-foot cube.
Large is a 2x2, so
And-
that's 10.
yeah.
And then huge would be a
3 by
3x3, which would be
15.
15. So yes, it is in fact a 2-scale huge dragon that is going to appear and roar and look all cool and fascinating and whatnot.
How long does it last?
As long as the person who is actually making the image concentrates on it, it
okay.
lasts for a minute or 10 minutes rather. It's just like fly.
So Skunk is not convinced that it's real then.
Let's see. Give me a investigation.
Oh. I'm not actually good at that. That one.
Yep,
It's
Looks-
real.
looks completely real.
What color?
Uh,
Chromatic or metallic?
It is going to be actually chromatic.
Chromatic? What color?
Red.
Okay.
Okay. Important question. Around the party, which character has the most... I guess you could say, if Skunk were to dive between someone's legs for cover, whose outfit would give him the most protection from being seen? Which one would hide him the best?
Bjorn or, well, maybe Cad given his size.
Well, Cad, if asked, Cad could probably hide him a little easier But if Skunk is wanting to on impulse hide in someone's or in or around someone's outfit and use that specifically without asking, then it would probably be Bjorn.
Because of cape thingy, my bob.
Because cape and cloaks and whatnot. Because Yong's is not necessarily something that you could hide in, and
Skunk is at like eye level with Young.
yeah, and that wouldn't work anyway. And then
Just hide behind her and just do the same motions.
to be fair though, Skunk is like what's Skunk's height? 3 foot? 4 foot?
It's like I have it written down in here. So it's like 3'11". He's almost 4 feet.
Yeah, so
He's really tall for a kobold.
Young is taller.
Young is ever so slightly taller, but not by much. Because Young, if I remember correctly for what I put for Young's, not that I actually wrote it down, I think I had like 4'6" or 4'10" or something.
You said 4'10" because we figured she was actually an exact foot lower than Silver.
That's like an exact foot taller than me, so that's a full 12 inches.
Yes. So
We just stand next to each other. It's just like a footstep down.
It's like an even staircase. It's just step.
Anyway, so not Young, not Silver, so probably Bjorn or Cad, and then Cad's outfit is not necessarily something to easily hide. Although, if you wanted to hide in a way that would be rather adorable and funny, you could just scamper up on top of Cad's head and hide in his ears. Because his ears are big.
I mean, that is adorable, but that would require exerting effort to climb it, and it would take a bit, and Skunk is trying to hide quickly. So,
Bjorn.
Let's just do Bjorn.
So yeah, Skunk is just gonna dive under Bjorn's legs, while also, like, just going like, ah! Doing!
Yeah, you okay?
First of all, I need to roll something.
Uh-oh.
25.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
You're gone.
see where you went. Where'd he go?
He's down here.
It's Skunk. It's not real. Look at everybody else. Nobody else is reacting.
Me?
If it was a real dragon, and a red one at that,
Everyone would be screaming and running away.
everyone would be screaming and running away.
Skunk is going to slowly uncurl.
Look,
He's
just
going to pick up a little rock.
don't throw
He's
it.
going to throw the little rock at the dragon illusion.
Make an attack roll. Roll initiative.
Gonna hit someone in the head.
Make an attack roll.
Oh god, okay.
At disadvantage because you're scared.
Because I'm throwing a rock, that would just be like just a flat dexterity roll, wouldn't it?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah. Because it's not...
11.
Okay, so at least 10.
Oh!
You are going to... Basically, here's the thing. As you were doing your whole thing, the person who made the illusion of the dragon had started to make it jump and fly for a bit, so it's up. And then you throw...
Oh no.
And the rock is going to pass through it, because it's not real. And now roll me a flat d20.
Oh no. I feel bad already. Natural 20. Oh no.
Please tell me he hits the guy that made the illusion and the guy loses concentration.
Yes.
Did I just dispel a fucking dragon?
You did.
Yes.
You did.
Gain
and-
29,000 experience.
So here's what's gonna happen. You throw the rock, and then it goes into the dragon, like passes through it, and then dragon disappears, and then the Mr. Sparkly Pants Annoying is starting to fall. And
I hit the guy I was near to scare?
yes.
Wait, he's the guy that made the illusion?
He is in fact the guy that made the illusion, yes.
Wait, is he taking something to hold two different types of concentrations?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
So-
we're just gonna ruin his night.
pretty much. So you smack, and he loses both, falls, and then he has obviously not caught himself, but someone catches him, and he's okay.
Please tell me he did not realize who. Please tell me he did not see who threw that.
No,
Exception.
he did not. He would
Well,
not,
yeah, because you're hiding for like 25.
Not to mention the fact that he wasn't focusing on nor expecting somebody to beam him in the side of the head with a rock.
So Skunk is gonna stare for a second, and then who was it that dared me to scare him again?
Oak?
It would have been Oak, yes.
Oak, as an extension of Silver,
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
because it was Silver's idea. So I'm going to look at Silver and Oak, look back and forth between them, and I'm going to ask,
So, does that count as scaring him?
Nope.
But it does count as embarrassing him because I just completely ruined his show.
Well, not you haven't completely ruined it yet. He can He's a performer. I'm sure he can quick things if things go wrong. It's the nature of things. Besides,
The dude was making a drag.
Doesn't Oak have to make a performance?
You are correct.
Oh, make a ruling and then we'll make a performance.
Oh, technically, you're the one that sat there is supposed to give him his dare. So, are you going to count it, or do you still want him to scare?
I mean, what I was gonna do is I was just gonna sneak up on him and do the rib poke, but I beamed him in the side of the head.
Yeah,
I feel like that's worse.
yeah, that definitely counts as a jump scare. He wasn't expecting that at all.
I feel really bad though. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I want to go apologize.
Then go apologize.
Okay, when I get back, we can do our performance, Oak.
and Skunk is going to go scampering off for the guy.
Okay.
And Silver's gonna sit there and just like watch and it's like drinking. It's just like,
still in the air, by
this
the way.
is so good. I thought he got caught.
He got
Or
caught
did
by
someone
another-
cast the spell?
Someone else caught him with another fly spell.
Okay.
So he's still in the air. It's just
So
his
we got-
dragon. His dragon is gone, and he's just sort of shaking his head, and then I totally meant to do that. And he continues his flight.
Let's hear. Do I have a spell that lets me communicate with people from a distance? I do not.
You're not locked.
I thought you
I'm
had
not locked.
message.
No, I have mending.
Oh.
Not the same thing.
Not the same thing. And I'm reserving my last fly.
You have thaumaturgy?
I do not.
That'd be funny.
I don't want to announce to all and sundry that I'm the guy who threw a rock at him.
Fair.
Does he want help to get his attention?
He scampered off to try to find him, and he's still in the air, so.
I meant, like, if Skunk comes back, is he going to ask for help?
I'm trying to figure out how do I get this guy's attention without just throwing something else at him.
I have a few ways.
or without drawing a bunch of attention, because I just embarrassed the shit out of him already.
So what you
Attention
do is you
on
get-
him. He's probably going to be like, either way, there's going to be some sort of attention.
What you do is you grab a second rock and you borrow a sheet of paper from Cadriel and you write on it, sorry, and then you tie that to it and you throw it at him.
No! That's a shitty idea.
Oh,
Let's see here.
He will eventually come
Are-
down. He's just not down yet.
Are there like any rooftops or poles near the guy that he happens to be nearby?
Not particularly, no.
Right, big open space.
But he
I
did
get-
say, like, if you wait a bit.
Yeah, Skunk will just find a spot, plunk his ass down, and just wait for the guy to land.
Okay. Considering you're not going to go back to the other party to do the other side of the performance until after you talk to him, he is going to eventually make his way and land and sort of dust himself off, and he does like a little pretentious hair flip kind of thing, just right? And then starts to make his way back down to where the rest of his crew that was helping his performance is.
Skunk is going to get up and kind of scamper over a little bit.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Weren't you in the tavern earlier?
Yeah, I was. So, I'm really sorry. That rock was me. I didn't realize you were there.
I mean, I was intending to look as if I was a dragon at the time, so it's important that I'm not there. Why did you throw a rock at the dragon?
Because it startled me and I didn't realize it was an illusion. It was very, very convincing.
Oh, well, of course it is. You didn't.
I didn't hurt you too bad, did I?
Nah, not at all. By the way,
Oh, good.
Perception of yes. He has a bruise on the back of his head.
It's got like a little bump.
Mm-hmm. He's not bringing it up though.
It's comedically large and has like a cartoonish bandage over it.
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
just get some ice for that and you'll be fine. Again, I'm really, really sorry. I did not mean to do that.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna stop bothering you now.
Wait a minute. What's your name?
Skunk.
Blink. Skunk.
There's a whole story behind it. But, like,
I turn around and like show off my cloak, which, you know, has a skunk pattern on it.
I mean, it fits.
Well, alright then.
Alright, bye-bye.
Gives it a wave, hops down on all fours, and scampers back to the group.
Just sort of tilts his head and watches you run away.
Oh, there you are. Where'd you go?
I went to apologize to the guy I beamed with a rock.
Did he accept your apology?
Surprisingly, yes. I think.
Was he an ass about it?
Surprisingly not.
Hmm.
I think.
Interesting. Okay.
This is when Skunk says, I think. Okay. It's like, did he accept it? Yes. I think. Was he an ass?
He didn't
No.
he didn't reject it.
I think.
Like he would like there was definitely that air of like, you know, pompous self-assurance that he displayed earlier, but like I mean, like, he didn't call me a little freak or anything, so I mean, hey, I count that as a win.
Did he look at you with disdain?
He looked at me.
Okay.
He was baffled by my name, but that's normal. A lot of people are confused by that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So,
And I look at Cad.
Fly?
Fly.
Oak.
He
Performance?
just follows really hard.
You're not afraid of heights, are you, Cad? Said
I
John.
have to find out.
Wait, no, hold on. This is perfect. It's not, because we have not rehearsed, but
And like Skunk will go scamper over, slap Oak on the back or as close to his back as he can get from his height.
yo, me, we're going to be playing musical instruments. We do that at the same time as he's flying. We give a musical accompaniment.
If giant
Well,
elephant
this
people
Oaks.
can blush, he would probably be blushing.
I mean, yes, he can.
Dear God.
He can blush. There's no reason why he couldn't blush.
It's just a grayish pink.
Yes.
Cool.
Or his ears are a bit more pinker than they normally are.
Yeah. I'm ever so slightly wrapping my ears around my face right now.
Just slowly closing in on the face.
No,
I am not here.
Exactly. That's literally what I was thinking. It's like, I am not here. Don't look at me.
And I guess my trunk sort of goes up and then back over the top of my head to like fill in the gap in the middle.
Either way.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wait. Do I have something?
If we're going to embarrass ourselves, might as well do it all in one go.
I mean, I hope it wouldn't be that, but sure.
You know what? I'm going to go over to Gradiriel and be like, you okay, buddy?
Sure, yes.
Wait, hold on. I gotta read something real quick.
Are you gonna cast a spell on it to make him better?
On both Oak and Gradiriel, just before they're going to perform, because this only lasts for a minute, Silver's going to sit there and pat them both on the shoulder, and she's going to cast Heroism at level 2.
Oh,
Heroism.
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. That's only the reason why I'm doing it. They are immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability modifier, which is +5.
Cool.
Temporary hit points of 5, and we are immune to
At
the
the
frightened condition.
start of each of its turns.
And we are
So I
immune
think
to...
it starts getting more.
No, it wouldn't.
They
On-
replace.
They
Really?
they would refresh, is the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
But either way, yes, there's like bravery that she's gonna be like, you guys are going to do great, go on, have fun.
I would
Believe in yourself.
I would have preferred enhance ability, but sure.
I don't have enhance ability, but
And I
Wait,
can
don't
use
you-
enhanced
don't
ability.
you
I
have-
do not have proficiency in performance.
don't you have enhanced performance, Oak? Or no?
He probably would, yeah.
Isn't that a cleric thing?
Yeah, it's usually a cleric thing.
So, improved charisma. Maybe.
Yeah, he has
Enhance
enhance
ability.
ability. He just doesn't usually prepare it.
Oh, okay then. Well, then again, this is a spur of the moment, so I
Yeah,
don't know if you have it prepared.
he's not going to have it prepared, no. Anyway, so, yeah. Cad will be preparing to fly with the thanks of the help of the fly spell. And Oak is going to perform.
Can I give, since I did a heroism on them, do they get advantage on performing?
However,
I am helping him with the baseline, so will
Yes.
that give him
Yes.
advantage on his perform check? He is the bard, so he should have a much higher perform than me.
what is your perform?
What is Oak's weapon? What's Oak's instrument?
A
Dulcimer?
dulcimer.
And then Skunk's there with like a didgeridoo.
No, I'm using bongos.
Bongos.
Oh.
So bongo, dulcimer, and elephant trumpet.
It's gonna be fantastic. Like the high note of a song.
So what is performance on Skunk?
Skunk's performance is 4 because he does not have it as a proficiency, but he does get a jack of all trades from the Omnilit, so it goes from +2 to +4 for him.
Right. Okay. Good to know.
So
So
he's providing assistance to Oak.
Oak's is higher, but not by much, because Oak did not put proficiency in perform. Anyway,
What is wrong with this bard?
he's a
Because he was a clerk.
he's a secondary bard. He's not a bard normally.
He's an introvert.
Yes, that too. He's an introvert bard.
Don't ask me why I know that.
So, yes, this is when I flash back to those moments with Wesley, who was a bard without proficiency in perform because he can't come up with his own ideas because, what you call it?
Kinku.
Kinku.
Kingu.
Anyway,
Wesley?
yes, Wesley.
Wesley?
Wesley?
Very important to have. No, very important to have the question mark.
Yes, Wesley? You in there, buddy? Anyway,
Hey!
Hey, cool.
It would be funny
Funny.
if Wesley ever met Skunk and heard him scream, because then Wesley would be able to make bird sounds. Ah!
no, Skunk screaming sounds like, ah!
Yeah, now imagine that back to back. Actually, that sounds like a baby. Never mind.
Anyway,
Okay. How
They
is
all
this
busting
performance
out some
going?
crazy tune for whatever this is I'm about to do, and this is in public. Yes.
yes.
Yeah. You
Yes,
have
and you
been
have
given
heroism.
flight. You are spinning around overhead, I assume, or I don't know what you're doing, but you have flight, and we are giving you musical accompaniment.
So, how many townsfolk or people are outside right now with us in the area?
We're inside. We're like
You're-
inside hijacking a show.
Yeah, you're hijacking a show inside of a place that is designed to have this festival and spectacle and whatnot. So there are quite a few people here.
Get ready to roll quite a few saves if required.
Oh no!
This could only end terribly. So,
if this goes well, Skunk
Can he
might just go around and accept donations.
you use the entertainment hat, and as it starts to get full, you entertainment hat into a bigger hat.
That's what Bjorn's gonna do. He's gonna go around getting coin.
Bjorn is our donation collector, sure.
I guess when I'm told that I have the fly spell and they start doing the music, I'm gonna like gently try and get my sky legs about me, like half a foot off the ground, and wibble wobble back and forth, make sure I have some sort of control. It is 60-foot fly speed, right?
Believe so, yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
60 feet.
This is terrifying. All right, so let's on the sky.
Yes!
That 20? Whew.
So I'm going
What,
to.
is knock on, what does that even mean, knock on sky?
I don't know, but I'm about to do it. So I take off running as fast as I can, which my move speed is 50. So if I'm doing double move, I guess I can run up to 100. I take off running as fast as I can, and I just lunge towards nothing and let the fly kick in and start going through the air. I start messing with my trunk, and I'm inserting soap that I had acquired on the way and a bottle of water, which I grabbed a few of, and I'm like pinching the end of my schnoz and like shaking my head, and I'm still flying through the air, mind you. And the next thing you see looking up is like this as I go charging through.
You're just blowing bubbles with 4 legs.
And I'm like trumpeting as loud and as hard as I can, leaving a stream of giant pink soap bubbles as I go careening through the air.
I got Fright of the Valkyries going on.
Well then.
Yes. So
This is
thanks
so
to heroism, let me read this. Creature is immune to being frightened. So I assume that this experience is not frightening to me then?
Nope.
You are brave as fuck.
If it would be normally, then no.
I am trying and exerting so hard, flying in circles overhead. Like, I'm not trying to leave the town, I'm staying in the area, but I am, like, exerting so hard that I accidentally enter a rage and speed up.
Flap the ears.
I am just zooming.
Flapping.
To our musical accompaniment, which
It's like-
not natural, is a 20, so it's good musical accompaniment.
So, up to 10 minutes of concentration, I am attacking the air as hard as I can with a vengeance and flying and zipping around.
That is a
I am
fourth
going to get every foot of
bubbles
movement.
popping.
I am getting every foot of movement out of this I can.
I love it.
Okay.
And I
Silver's
suppose
Silver's-
if the bubbles slow down too much, I might grunt and put another bar of soap and another bottle of water, and the bubbles are going again.
Silver's gonna like lean over to Young and be like, "This is almost the best day ever."
Now, here's an interesting point of order. Cad raged while he was up there. So, Bjorn, well, yeah, everybody but Skunk. Because Skunk doesn't really know how Cad's rages were before. So everyone but Skunk, make for me a perception check.
18.
18. Roll for me for one for Bjorn.
And sound like a gentleman when you read it.
Silver's gonna like lean over to Young and Craig and be like, "Are we going to have to tell Trouble that Oak is performing good?"
Probably. That might be interesting, actually.
We're never going to let them let this down.
Okay. So, perception for Bjorn, please. There's Skunk or Brian.
Okay. I asked a perception check, you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
Fair enough.
He's enjoying the moment. Like, this is fantastic.
Also, I
From
love
Skunk's
that I
point
rolled
of
a-
view,
Or he's going around getting coin. Who knows?
I imagine Skunk sitting there and like whipping his neck around in tight little circles, like staring at this elephant flying around, and the bongos intensify.
Now, the interesting thing here is I find it funny that Oak rolled a 31 and a 32 because I was doing it at disadvantage because while he does have heroism, he still is not exactly keen on performing. So he's not focused on CAD flying, he's focused on performance, so disadvantage on perception.
Still notices.
He noticed it.
Like,
he
oh
noticed
gosh,
it,
everyone's watching.
yeah. So the interesting point of order here. Cad rages. He still gets his specters.
So that adds to the spectacle.
It does, yes.
Awesome.
Can they please be
what
like
did-
sitting on little clouds and following behind me, looking confused?
I believe.
Oh,
They are going to be. They're flying around you. You go to attack at air and bubbles and whatever else that you're attacking.
Oh, they could chase down the bubbles and attack them.
They will not attack them, but they will chase
Oh.
them. They will fly around them. Because that is their natural state and tactic to do. But what was interesting and what the perception check was for is...
what do they look like?
Yes. They are... They do still look to be a lot like him, like copies of him, as they were before. But that menacing aura about them, you don't necessarily know if it's because of the fact that it's a spectacle and he's not actually in combat or anything of that sort.
And the fact that it's blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Menacingly.
But it's
Your ants,
it's important.
your ancestors are so proud.
bubbles menacingly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's worth noting that any of the, like, you're not entirely sure if it's just because of the spectacle, but he is not, that there's no damaging or like scary aura or any of that craziness about them. They just look like copies of him flying around with them, attacking at bubbles.
Wow.
This is one of the goofiest festival performances of all time, and I'm here for it.
Like I said, deranged party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
So, he is flying through the air, and you will see his specters are following him and attacking at the bubbles with him, and all is well. And for Skunk, who has not seen Cad fight before, or any of that sort, you just see that you started to make Cad flying, and now there's, like, semi-transparent copies of him flying around with him.
Skunk is just grinning super big. I imagine that he's like as fucking as I'm blanking. Oak as playing the dulcimer. Skunk is playing his hip bongos, but because they're hip bongos, he's basically just like dancing around Oak. And he sees all of this shit going on with the weird specters, and he's just having a fucking great time. He is grinning, he is dancing, he is trying not to laugh because he doesn't want to throw off the groove they found with the music, but he is just having fun.
Yep.
Bjorn's probably like, this is so beautiful.
Yes, Bjorn is watching all of this with like his mug of ale that he got at some point during all of this, observing this chaos, and there's just like a single happy little tear that appears from out under his helmet.
Yep, sounds good to me.
The specters are zipping around to confront each of the bubbles, so they're zipping around and they're emitting a little bit of light, and so there's like this light show thing going on.
I gotta ask, what is the state of the crowd right now and
Please.
other performers?
With the
I am
fact
loud.
with the fact that Oak's performance was a 20, going along with the being advantaged thanks to Skunk, and I'm going to accept. I don't know where you got the 10. Where'd you get the 10 for your knock on the sky?
Oh, Constitution. I'm trying really hard. I'm giving it my all.
What's your perform? If you have one.
Perform would be a +3.
Can he get like super advantage because of all of the cool shit he said he's doing?
No. What I'm doing is I'm going to accept the role that he did of knock on the sky as a performance instead.
So 23.
Okay.
So it's still
Awesome.
it's still a nat 20, but it's with his perform and not his constitution.
So it's 23.
Aw. 23, I guess.
Yes. So because I still wanted to take that crit, I just wanted it to be a little bit more rules heavy, and constitution doesn't really make sense in this context.
Either way.
I mean, he's keeping his lunch down.
True.
Fair, yeah.
I am fearless. I am literally giving
And
it my.
he's doing that thing with the soap and water.
That's a good
Oh,
point, yeah.
my musician friend came back to me.
Uh-oh.
What?
For the 4 instruments that I listed of bongos, dulcimer, elephant trumpeting, and bubbles popping, for 2 minutes, 110 to 210, would be $70.
Well then.
I cannot cover that myself,
How? Okay.
but I would love it if we could ship it.
Afterwards.
That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Send me a message of how he normally gets paid.
Huh? Like his primary method?
Yes. Just message me privately about it. But the state of the crowd.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
going along with the potential roles for all of that, the state of the crowd is now. I imagine that I'm just going to give you guys benefit of the doubt because you got really good rolls. You did not necessarily, unless you wanted to specifically interrupt Sparkly Butt. You are not going to necessarily interrupt any of the performances. You're sort of going to wait for a lull of time, and then, by the way, go. And yes, you're garnering a crowd and a spectacle, and yeah, it is. There's probably quite a few people in this tavern who are in mixed reactions of holy.
I thought we were doing this out in the open, like over the streets, not in a tavern.
Like we're in this party space
it's
doing this in front of a crowd.
It's not. I said tavern. I didn't mean that. It's not a tavern, but it's not out in the street. It's not outside. It's got an open roof for potentially if Cad wanted to fly into the sky, but it's not got. It's not a fully open space for like in the streets. It's actually in a building. But a building designed a bit like a coliseum. And you guys, or a stadium or something of the sort. You guys are garnering attention, and the crowd's reactions are probably some mix of, well, this is awesome. This is fascinating. Who the heck are these guys?
Who the hell are these?
And is this part of the performance normally?
It is now.
You know what? I want to take a look. I want to look at the other performers that are like usually in the area.
Okay, perception.
Please let me spot one. Okay, 13.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see some of the wayward performers, especially some of the folks that you saw performing before. I will say though, with
Being really confused of like, what the hell is going on?
for your 13, you don't see Sparkly Butt.
Okay. She'll sit there and be like, darn, I was hoping to find him. Oh well. But most of them, like, look confused. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Like confused, but like not offended.
Right. It's I put with it because your performance, your roles were so great for it. I put with it that you guys didn't necessarily interrupt anybody. You waited for a lull and then go. And that way you didn't interrupt anybody. You didn't upset anybody. And
Yeah, we didn't want to be rude about it.
Precisely. And so what that does is that creates a spectacle for the crowd, and perhaps the show might go a little longer than it was supposed to. Good job.
So, what this makes me think of is, this is going to be perfect, but we didn't rehearse. Nat 20, let's freaking go.
Now I'm sitting here going how's
Skunk was fully expecting this to just be embarrassing chaos and was fully prepared to just roll with having accidentally embarrassed his friend. Well, not accidentally, but like he was fully prepared to deal with having just embarrassed everyone, but it turned out so much better. Everything went better than expected.
Yeah.
now let's see how Cadriel is going to land.
Yes, because that's important.
So, I guess I yuck it up as much as I can, zipping around and whatever, and I don't know if
And
you
we'll also say that if at any point Cad loses control or looks like he starts falling, Skunk is prepared to pop Featherfall on him at a moment's notice.
Cool.
So you got your safety blanket, so go nuts.
So if I have a run speed, or if I have a movement speed, I can exert heavily to run. If I have a fly speed, can I go 120?
By double dashing?
Probably.
I mean, I would allow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So I guess as a finale, I double speed and start ping pong and zipping back and forth, like sporadically go way up and come crashing down, and then just stop like a half of a foot from the ground, and then just land gracefully on my foot. And then you just see the seething energy just sort of calm, and the little bristly hairs just sort of, and his eyes are huge, and he's breathing heavy, and he's like,
what did I just do?
That was fun. What? Hi. It turns to Bjorn. Does that count?
Bjorn will give him a big thumbs up. And I'm going to play the Chrono Cross victory music in my ears now.
Stiller's just sitting there whistling and clapping like, bravo! Do it again.
Now, it's interesting to note that...
Wait, has it been a minute yet?
I assume that the song went for like 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver's like, do it again. I turn to her. No.
Fair enough.
No.
Okay.
So, let's hear.
So it's worth noting, it's very clear to everyone of the party, Cad was aware of all that he did just now.
Yay!
Well, I wouldn't have said so matter of fact. I'd be like, it seems like he was, and also I totally like hinted that. But...
Yeah, I would make
Yeah,
it
we'll find out more if we actually get into a combat.
fair.
I mean, Skunk is like clapping too, just a whole bunch. Yeah, he was very pleased.
Yep, that worked out well. Good job.
Is the crowd cheering?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to do what we said we were going to do. I'm going to have Bjorn take the entertainment hat and just do that thing where some street performers do when they're looking for donations, where he'll just walk around the perimeter with the hat out, just see if anyone chips in.
You said that Skunk was laughing and applauding and tearing a little bit.
Not tearing, but he's very pleased. He is very, very happy.
Oh, I was gonna say this is one
Bjorn had a tear going, but only one.
Oh, okay.
It was just the one.
See, I was
Out of
about
pride.
to let him off the hook, and he didn't even have to figure out how to do his dare. This is when a very smug Bjorn walks up to Casual in front of the others and is like, "Look at him. Does that count?" And he's just like sitting there laughing and hysterical and clapping and all the. Yeah. Oh well. I guess
In that
he'll have to figure it out.
in that sense, it wouldn't have counted anyway because it was Bjorn that was supposed to do it, not Cad. Bjorn didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But Bjorn's the one that had me do my thing, which made him react.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that way. So yes, I think.
Let's wait until Bjorn.
I think.
Let's
Let's
we're
wait
going
until
to-
David actually has a chance to engage in the side quest we have set out for him.
I think.
Sure.
I think in light of that, and considering it's 3:00, I am going to actually end on cliffhanger of the actual party itself, so that Bjorn can give it a chance to sort of retcon a little bit of what Bjorn might have been doing in the party, and assuming he's able to make to the next one, and then we can sort of go from there. That way Bjorn can actually be there for the party's introduction to Astra, get a chance to enjoy the party a little himself, and we can move on. Thank you for all
Does
the...
any are we going to do anything at the end of this with Bjorn making the rounds with the hat, or will that be next time?
That is up to you as current player of Bjorn.
I was figuring I do have Bjorn making that circle. That just seems like a thing he would do. I more meant, does anything come of it? Does anyone who watched that chip in anything?
I'm going to...
How about he figures it out and we start next time with Bjorn counting it?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, that works.
I do like that idea. I could do a roll sort of off screen or whatever.
Here.
And then
Like-
and then Bjorn will have what it is, and then he can start with... By the way, guys, we made this much.
So this is a fairly rich city, right?
It is usually, yes. Though everybody
And-
that comes to this party is under the impression of everything here is free.
I
This
was
is
gonna
just
say, so
tips.
there's a few hundred onlookers, and each one is carrying a few hundred gold. So roll a few hundred D100s, and that's how much gold they give us.
Nah.
Um,
Anyway, so we're calling it there then.
yeah, I think so. I think that
That was fantastic.
yeah, that was a
I like how everyone, just three of us, just sat by while everyone else just did it for
I
4
just love how every so often we just decide to say fuck the script and just do some stupid bullshit for 3 hours. This is our second just full on party episode, and I'm here for it.
I mean, yes,
Ooh.
Sam can do the This Has Been Shadows Brian can do This Has Been Shadows, and Kenneth can do the Join Us Next Time.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Haha.
Join us next time as Casual appreciates the firm ground under his feet.